So now here this figure I have told that this one is the incident wave. So in incident wave, what was the thing? This was the direction of propagation. Okay, so this was the direction of propagation, that is your AK, and this is the electric field direction that I have written EI, and I stands for your incident. And in H1, so what is H1? H1 is the H field direction. So H field direction, how it you need to assume this. So if it is like this one, a dot and a circle, then if you put your pen on this dot, so the pen should going out of the screen towards you. So that is the H direction. If you put a cross here, then it is in the reverse. The direction is away from you. It is going outside the screen but opposite to you. Okay. So this is how the convention you should understand. Now two things are happening. Some part of the waves are getting transmitted and some part of the wave is getting reflected. So this is the part which is getting transmitted and this is the part which is getting reflected. So assume once it is transmitted, so the E field direction was in X direction, so the E field direction remains same. The direction of propagation was in AK, denoted by AK, so that is along with Z direction, that is remaining same. The direction propagation remaining same, and the H field direction, it was pointing outward the screen towards you. So by represented by a dot with a circle, it is also remaining same. Now when the part of the wave that is reflected back, some changes is happening there. So the wave was coming like this and reflected back like this. So in this way, what happens? The E field was oriented in X direction or the vertical direction, it is staying as the same. But your H reflected or the reflected electromagnetic field, magnetic field component, what happens? Previously it was directed towards your own side, means from the screen to you. Now it is directing from away from you. So if you put the pen here, your pen on the screen, then what will happen? It will point away from you. Okay, so in the back side of your copy or the pen, in that way it will did, because the wave was coming like this, now it has reflected back, so it will just flip. So you think the wave will just be one wave was there. If you put two pens in perpendicular, one with pointing towards you and one with pointing in the vertical direction, so that is the electric field and H field arrangement that is traveling. So if that is reflected back, so what will happen? So it will just flip. Okay, so it will just flip the H field which is pointing to you, it will just flip and it will travel back, and in that condition that pen will be flipped 180-degree, means it will be directing away from you, and the another pen which is directing your X field, E field, that will remain same. So that is what I have tried to show here. Okay, now the equation for reflected wave, transmitted wave, and incident wave I have written in the previous class already. So I hope you remember that. Let me just show you once. Okay, so this is how we have written this incident wave, and EIS, HIS, ERS, HRS, and your ETS and STS. So transmitted signal with phasor form with a variable, means the space variable Z, ET0 into e to the power minus gamma Z, Z. Okay, so these things we have written. Okay, so now from that equation we will try to derive some more equations, simple equations, not very much difficult equations. Okay, so here let the figure be here. Okay, now from this figure we can write, so from this figure we can write there are two components of E. One is, I will write E1 and one is E2. What is E1? E1 is the total electric field in the incident or the medium one. So I can write, So let's say it is medium 1, total E field in medium 1, and let's say E2 is total electric field in medium 2. Okay. Now what this value will be in medium 1, if you see, in medium 1, if you see what is happening, how many electric fields are there? One is incident electric field, one is reflected electric field. So I can write this is EI plus ER. And what is the medium 2 electric field? Only transmitted electric field is there. So I can write this only ET. Okay. Similarly, compared to this, I can write H1. So compared to this, I can write your H1 equals to what? In medium, H1 means magnetic field in medium 1. So H1 will be HI plus HR. Okay, reflect incident and reflected. Similarly, H2 will be your H transmitted. Okay. So from this, so these are the two different medium electric field and H field. Now at the interface for means defining the continuity or to satisfy the continuity equation. So it is the property that at the interface the tangential components must be continuous. So must be continuous means what? I have to write at z equals to 0 at the interface. So where is the interface? Interface is at z equals to 0. Okay, so this is the interface. So at z equals to 0, so we have to write E1 tangential component is equals to E2 tangential, or H1 tangential equals to H2 tangential. So this tangential component should be same at the interface. Okay, so the total E field here should be equal to total E field here. So again, that E field is now what means transmitted, what means reflected, it will be means subtracted from this. So total field at the interface it should be tangential, should be same. And now we are considering the wave incident at angle of normal angle, right? So that's why here the tangential component there will be no angle, only directly we can write this values with magnitude as it is incident in normal. So the tangential will be normal, so no need to consider the angle here at this point of time. So from those equation we can write EI0 plus ER0 equals to ET0. Okay, what does this mean? This means we have written just means you have written E1 equals to EI plus ER. When I am writing E1 means at Z equals to 0, so that E10, so I'll write E10 equals to EI0 plus ER0. Okay, so that is what is written here. This is E1 and this is E2. So we are just equating two things. Similarly, second thing, the from the H field it can be written that HI0 minus HR0 is equals to HT0. Now, why it is minus? So it is minus because if you can see here, while considering the E field, the direction if E field was not changed, but the direction of H field was changed. So while calculating this, we need to consider the direction as it will be subtracted. So for that, it is minus. Okay. Now it can be written as this H is what with eta equals to E by H. So with this relation we can write this one as E0 by eta 1 minus ER0 divided by eta 1. So this incident and reflected are in the medium 1. So here the impedance will remain same, eta 1 for this incident and eta 1 for the reflected also, it will remain same. But at this side ET0, it is the transmitted part, so it is in medium 2. So here it will be eta 2. Okay, let this be equation 4. Why equation 4? Because previously we have written these things. These are the equation 1, equation 2 and equation 3. Okay, that's why I have written equation 4 to continue it. Okay, now that implies if I take 1 by eta common, so 1 by eta 1 whole into EI0 minus ER0, that is equals to ET0 divided by eta 2. Let this be equation 5. Okay, got it how I am writing? I have just taken this 1 by eta 1 as common and I have written the equation. Okay. So now from this equation what we can get? We can get ER0 or reflected is equals to eta 2 minus eta 1 divided by eta 2 plus eta 1 into EI0. So if you want to remove this, use these two equations. Okay. So E20, sorry, I'll write here so that using equation 4 and 5. So you can put this eta 20 by eta 2 here, so that solving that we can get this answer. Okay, eta t0 equals to this eta 2 will be multiplied here, eta 2 divided by eta 1 into this one. So just putting these values here, so it can be solved in this way. Let this be equation 6. Okay, so that implies we can write ER0 by EI0. So that is equals to eta 2 minus eta 1 divided by eta 2 plus eta 1. So what I am doing here in equation with mathematical expressions, I am just removing the transmitted part and considering the reflected part. Okay. So because we need to know how much wave is transmitted and how much wave is reflected back. So for that, one equation we consider where ER0 is there, no transmitter, ER0 and EI0. So this is one equation. So this is equals to tau. Okay. So this is one important equation. This is okay. Next, from again from equation 4 and 5, if you can remove this reflection term, so ET0 equals to 2 into eta 2 divided by eta 1 plus eta 2 into EI0. So now we know what is the transmitted signal and here we know what is the reflected signal with respective to what is incident one. Okay. So if we know the incident and if we know that what is the impedance of the both the mediums, then we can know that how much wave will be transmitted and how much wave will be reflected back. Okay. So that implies it can be written as ET0 divided by EI0 is equals to 2 eta 2 divided by eta 1 plus eta 2. Okay, that is equals to small tau. Okay, so finally I can write two equations. One is ER0 equals to, and your E tau into this ET0 equals to, okay. So one is one equation for the transmitted wave, one equation for the reflected wave. Okay, so if this constant is known, then we can find what is the amount of wave reflected back. Okay, so now what is this constant? This constant is again now eta 2 and depending upon eta 2 and eta 1. Now this eta 1 and eta 2 can be found out from which constant? Sigma, epsilon, mu, if and frequency. If these constants are known, then this eta value can be known. Okay. So here these are the two constant that is called, this one is called as reflection coefficient. This one called as reflection coefficient. And this one is called as transmission coefficient. So these terms will decide how much wave is going to be transmitted from one medium to another medium, or how much wave will be reflected back. Okay. So now with this some more equations, means more not equations, some more properties that you need to remember. Point 1 is 1 plus this reflection coefficient is equals to transmission coefficient. Why? Because so how much is reflected back, so with adding that with 1, this is a coefficient, will give you how much is transmitted, what is the transmitted wave. Okay, next, both are dimensionless and may be complex. Why they can be complex? Because they are dependent upon eta. So this eta value can be complex if this is a lossy medium. Okay, eta can be complex for lossy medium. Or lossy medium. Okay. Now third point is the range of tau is always between 0 to 1. Okay. 0 means nothing is reflected, 1 means everything is reflected. So 0 means nothing reflected. Nothing reflected means, so your ER0 is equals to tau into EI0. So if this is 0, then nothing is reflected back, because 0 into this incident will give you the 0 amplitude. So if a wave is there, so nothing will be reflected, reflection will be 0 and everything will be transmitted. Okay. So at that condition, if you see here this equation, 1 plus 0 equals to this transmission coefficient. So here this value will become 1. So if the value, this value becomes 1, that means, so with this E T0 equals to transmission coefficient into EI0. If this equals to 1, that means everything is transmitted. So this one into this I0. So transmitted electric field will be equals to your incident electric field. So that is all the waves will be transmitted. So this is how the relation works. Okay. Now some important cases, means case studies with this. So case 1. So case means a different type of mediums we will take. So first case, consider medium. So M1 means medium 1 is perfect dielectric. It's perfect dielectric. Okay. So can anyone tell me what is the property of perfect dielectric? What is the sigma value? Anyone? Perfect dielectric sigma value is what? Abdul?
0, sir.
Yeah, correct. So if sigma value is equals to 0, if it is a perfect dielectric, because there is no free electron or the free charge carrier is there. So that's why perfect dielectric means perfect insulator. And your medium 2 is perfect
Sorry,
conductor. Yes,
sir. That range you written, no, sir.
this one.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Is it only for a reflection coefficient, or it is applicable for both reflection coefficient and transmitted coefficient, sir?
no, no, reflection coefficient. Transmission coefficient will write, means derive later. It is not the
Sir,
same for trans.
but you are here. You written ET0 equal to tau of ET. That one written, no, sir.
Yeah, this one.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
There we applied tau, no, sir. For tau, you applied that range.
You see here the range, what will, if this is the maximum range, minimum range is 0 and maximum range is 1. So if you put here minimum range 0 and maximum 1, so this value what becomes? So 1 plus maximum will be 1. Okay, the transmission coefficient maximum can be what, 2, and minimum is what, 1. So simple, the range lies between this one. Is it or not? Here the maximum value is 0 and 1. So here the maximum value can range from 1 to 2. That's it. So that will be discussed later. So that is some concept of BHWR and all. So there you will understand this concept was there. So that right now I didn't tell that. But from here you can see if this is the range of reflection coefficient, then this will be the range of transmission coefficient. Just put the maximum value and minimum value, it will give you the range. Is this clear? What is the range?
Yes.
Okay. So if it is a medium 2 is perfect conductor, okay, if for perfect conductor the sigma value is tends to infinity or nearly equals to infinity. Okay, so in this case what will happen? So if you remember, for perfect conductor the eta 2 will be 0. So that implies what is the what will be the value of tau, that is equals to what it will be. So the tau equation is what? Eta 2 minus eta 1 divided by eta 2 plus eta 1. If eta 2 is 0, if this one is 0, if you put the value here, then this will be 0 minus eta 1 divided by 0 plus eta 1. So this value will be what? Minus 1, right? So here it is minus 1. And your small tau will be equals to 0. Okay. So now the question is here, you are getting a value of minus 1 here. Okay. But here I told that the range is 0 to 1. So you consider here, this symbol is there, magnitude. Okay. So magnitude means if it is minus 1 or plus 1, the magnitude is magnitude of this one will be 1. Okay. So here you should point that the magnitude goes up to 1. Depending upon it is plus 1 or minus 1, the transmission and reflection will be different. Okay. So here if you put eta 2 equals to 0 for a perfect conductor, the resistivity, the impedance will become 0. So for that, yeah, this reflection coefficient will be minus 1 and your transmission coefficient will be 0. Why the transmission coefficient is 0? Because your this transmission coefficient is equals to 2 eta 2 divided by eta 2 plus eta 1. So this is 0. So okay, so this the transmission coefficient is equals to 0. Now with this what we are understanding, that transmission coefficient 0 means no wave is transmitted from one medium 1 to medium 2. So medium 1 there is nothing transmitted, okay, to medium 2. but everything is reflected to again to medium 1. Okay, so that's why I was saying in the leap concept. So why inside the leap you will not get any signal? That's because your leap is a metal medium, and it is now there is an interface between the air and the metal. Now metal is a perfect conductor. If we consider the leaf metal made up of means metal, so we consider that is a perfect conductor. It is not perfect conductor, but it tends to perfect conductor. That's why when the electromagnetic wave comes from medium 1 to medium 2, that is air to your lift or the metal. So the boundary, at the boundary, what will happen? Because of this property only, all the signal will reflected back. So in that case, you will not get any signal inside the lift. Okay, so that is what starting I have told, this is a phenomenon occurs. So this is the real reason why this happens. Now actually you will not get zero signal, you will still get signal because the lift is not perfectly closed. If there is a small hole or something, some opening is there, then the electromagnetic signal can come inside. So practically lift is not completely closed or sealed by metal, but you will lose signal. The signal power strength will be lost because most of the signal will get reflected back. Because of the leakage and openings you will get the signal, but because of this phenomenon only, medium 1 is here. Medium 1 is not perfectly dielectric because air medium is not a perfect dielectric, it is something else. We consider that as perfect dielectrics, and your medium 2 is a perfect conductor. So considering this condition, this case, we can say that why inside a leaf no signal comes. Okay, so we can say in the same case 1, the total wave is reflected back. Okay, now next thing is when the wave is reflected back, it combines with the incident wave to form a standing wave. What does that mean? So let me just write first. The total reflected the total reflected wave the total reflected wave combines with the incident wave to form a standing wave. Okay, now consider one small figure. So this is, let's say this is the interface, this is medium 2 and this is medium 1, and this medium is what? Perfect conductor. Perfect conductor, there sigma is infinity, tends to infinity, or we can say this transmission small tau is equals to 0. So everything is trans. Now a wave is, let's say this is the wave is incidented. Okay, now at this position what will happen? This wave will reflect back, right? So this wave will reflect back. Okay, now when this wave reflects back, so if the wave is coming like this, so the reflection will happen in this way. Okay, so at this point what happens? This creates a standing wave, means it look like a standing wave. Okay, so if you remember in signal system, if you have read, there is a concept of eye figure of eye. Okay, so here similarly standing wave is formed. So that is what written here. Total reflected wave combines with the incident wave to form a standing wave. So this kind of phenomenon happens there. Okay, so standing wave contains two waves. What is standing wave? The standing wave contains two traveling waves okay. So what are the waves? What are the two traveling waves? One is EI and ER of of equal amplitude and opposite direction. Okay, so in the opposite direction. So for that we can write initially we have written, so we can write E1S, that is total electric field in medium 1. So that is equals to EIS plus ERS. Okay, so from where I am writing this EIS and ERS a phasor form. So if I write, if you remember the phasor form, okay, so this EIS and HIS, so these things I am writing right now. Okay, so if you have written the notes, you should refer to that when I am writing this, so it should be easier for you then. Okay. So that I can write that is equals to EI0 e to the power minus gamma 1 z. Why gamma 1? Because in medium 1. Okay, and ER0 e to the power gamma 1 z, because here considering so our actual direction is plus z direction, means for convention or derivation what we have done. So for that we are considering e to the power minus gamma z. When the direction is minus z, we have to write e to the power gamma z. So that is what I have written here. And in bracket for both the direction is ax, E field component is in ax. Only the direction of propagation of this E field previously was plus z direction. So I'll write plus z direction, and this is minus z direction. It is reflected one. Okay. Now what is this reflection coefficient? That is equals to ER0 divided by EI0, that is equals to minus 1. Okay, that we found from the eta 1 eta 2 property. Sigma 1 equals to 0, conductivity is 0, alpha is equals to 0 because the conductivity is 0, attenuation is 0. This is the same simple property, you can refer that to see. If you remember that for a perfectly dielectric the alpha is 0, so there is no attenuation will be happening. So gamma 1 equals to j into beta 1 because alpha plus j beta, so here alpha is 0, so gamma the this gamma value will be only containing beta. So that implies you can write, so E1S is equals to EI0 into e to the power minus j beta 1 z minus e to the power j beta 1 z ax. Okay, so here what has happened, instead of writing er, so I have just written minus ei0 and taken common. Okay, because both the amplitude are same but in negative direction. So that can be again written as EIS equals to minus 2j EI0 sine, writing that in polar form now, sine beta 1 z, sine beta 1 z into ax. So again removing the phasor from and the time constant, you can write this is real of EIS e into e to the power j omega t. Okay. So that can be written as E1 equals to 2 into, so real of this one, so what is this value we have to put 2 into EI0 sine of beta 1 z into sine omega t ax. Okay, so sine omega t is coming from here and this term is here. Okay, now this is equation number what, 8 I think. 8. Okay. So
Hello,
similar.
sir.
Yes.
Sir, timetable changed, sir. Now technical training is going on, sir. So only less strength in class, sir.
Okay, your timetable changes so fast.
Yes, sir. They kept to mail yesterday, sir. Timetable is changed, sir.
Yesterday they mailed time technical training is not happening, so take the class in regular time.
No, sir. It's happening, sir. Timetable is there, sir.
Okay, fine. So let me end the class here. So this attendance, what I'll do with this attendance. Okay, we'll see. Okay, already it is time also now. You can leave the meeting if you want to join the technical class, or else those who have not attended the technical class, if you say I can continue this as whatever you wish. So what do you want? I should continue this or I'll stop right now.
Stop, sir. Less people are there, sir.
So already I covered a one class. Okay, fine.
Yes.
I'll repeat this in the regular class.